The following is from the book Collin County Freedom Fighters, True Stories from the Wall of Honor, the Vietnam War, written by R.D. Foster, published in 2020 and distributed by the Collin County History Museum. Lawrence E Jones was born on September 6, 1945 in Denver, Colorado. His mother's name was Naomi. He spent his teenage years in McKinney, Texas, where he lived with his grandmother, Mamie Walker Pearson. He enjoyed playing football and basketball. In October of 1966, at the age of 21, Lawrence volunteered for one of the toughest training programs in the U.S. Army, Paratrooper Jump School. After spending a year training to be a paratrooper and an infantryman with an M16 rifle as his weapon, he earned the Military Occupational Specialty Code of 11 Bravo 1 Papa. On November 15, 1967, Private First Class Jones landed in Vietnam and was assigned to C Company, 1st Battalion of the 503rd Infantry Regiment of the 173rd Airborne Division, known as the Sky Soldiers. The 173rd had experience fighting the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese Army. They had been the first U.S. Army combat unit to serve in Vietnam. When he arrived, the Sky Soldiers were operating in the Central Highlands, a vast jungle-covered mountainous region near the border of Cambodia. The main mission of the 1st Battalion was to search and destroy. Those units were seeing action almost every day. The clandestine communist buildup for the Tet Offensive brought thousands of North Vietnamese Army soldiers down the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Underneath the dense jungle's triple canopy, they could stay hidden from surveillance aircraft. In early March of 1968, during Operation MacArthur, 1st Battalion went up against a formidable foe in the 304th North Vietnamese Army Infantry Regiment, about 25 miles south of Doc To, near the village of Con Tum in Bien Dinh Province. The terrain around Con Tum was made up of dense jungle and tall mountains. Sunday, March 3, 1968, was a day of bloody and brutal, close-quarter, hand-to-hand combat. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, D Company engaged an unknown-sized force that was dug in and protected by well-hidden bunkers. Reinforcements arrived as C Company joined the firefight. It was a bloody and violent battle that lasted until 6:35 p.m., when contact was broken. In those 3.5 hours, 7 Sky Soldiers would be killed in action, 24 wounded, and 2 became missing. Private First Class Jones, who had been in Vietnam for about 3.5 months, was one of the brave Sky Soldiers killed by wounds received from small arms fire. The 173rd Airborne Brigade would have a very distinguished but costly tour in Vietnam. Serving from 1965 until 1971, 1,743 soldiers were killed in action. Funeral services for Private First Class Jones were held March 23, 1968, in the First Baptist Church of McKinney. He is buried in the historic African American Ross Cemetery. Private First Class Lawrence E Jones was posthumously awarded the Purple Heart, the Combat Infantryman's Badge, the National Defense Ribbon, the Vietnam Service and Vietnam Campaign Ribbons, the Military Merit Medal, the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with Palm, the Vietnam Gallantry Cross Unit Citation, and the Vietnam Civil Actions Unit Citation. The name Lawrence E. Jones can be found on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. at panel 42E, row 52.